are people saying Mubi in chat? What does that mean? What does it mean? Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Just a little stream today. For any of you who don't know, we lost a family member over the weekend, which is why I wasn't here yesterday. I'm still kind of in the middle of processing that. So I don't know how long this stream will be, but I'm doing okay so far today. So thank you. Thanks for the hugs, guys. I really didn't want to. The reason that I didn't tweet about it or anything yesterday is because it's Tiri's mom, and I didn't feel like it was really like my place to post about it when she hadn't said anything. And obviously, like, it might be a really long time before she feels comfortable saying something, but like, I don't know, I just felt weird being the one to like say it. So, but people kept asking what was happening, so that's what's going on with the both of us. So needless to say, there won't be any super cousin time tonight, but I wanted to do just a little stream today because I've been down and sometimes streams make me feel better. So yeah. Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it won't be a super long stream, but I figured, you know, I could be off cam, chill with a cup of coffee, hang with some good jams. It's pancake day in England. Pancakes aren't like a big thing here. On Pancake Day, Pancake Day is like a holiday. On Pancake Day, everybody makes pancakes. They're, to be honest, they're more like crepes. Sorry, anybody who's offended by that. They're a lot more like crepes here. But Clarky has some pancakes that she really loves that we make for her a lot, that we call purple pancakes, and they're basically just it's like frozen blueberries and oats and maple syrup and a little bit of salt and cinnamon and eggs. And it makes like really yummy little pancakes, so she wanted to make a bunch of those for Sam. So they're downstairs watching Princess and the Frog. Clarky's in a Disney, I don't want to say a Disney Renaissance, but like she's never cared about Disney movies until Encanto, and now it's like this weird door has unlocked where she's like, wait, there's a bunch of them? Wait, there's a bunch of Disney movies? So she and Sam are downstairs watching Princess and the Frog and eating purple pancakes, and it's very wholesome. I saw a British pancake topping is lemons. It seems quite good to me. Yes, so that's what Sam's mom does. So Sam's mom makes essentially crepes and then puts sugar and lemon water on them. Or like lemon juice. And they are absolutely delicious. Really, really, really good. Just like very simple dessert. Like, damn. It's incredibly good. I assume she's probably gonna make some at the house today, and Clarky's going over there for a couple hours, so Clarky will probably get overloaded with pancakes today. Because I was like, well, this is a really good opportunity so we have like a surplus of eggs right now, so I was like, oh, we could do breakfast for dinner tonight. Use up some eggs. We've got a bunch of bacon that needs to get eaten, potatoes, like all kinds of stuff. So I was like, oh, that would be perfect. And then I can just make some like a couple pancakes off to the side, you know. So I guess we're going really, most of the time we forget Pancake Day happened, and then it happens and we're like, oh shit. And today we're actually doing it on the day, so I guess I'm going hard. I don't know. Yeah, there's a flax pancake recipe that Terry gave me forever ago, actually, that I still really like. they are very different tasting. They're much more like earthy tasting, but I actually really like them. I've been living in the UK for more than 7 years. I always forget about Pancake Day. Yeah, what is that? What's wrong with us? You'd think at least Sam would remember, but even he's like, oh shit, we missed Pancake Day. Yeah, well, yeah, Pancake Day, it's like a holiday where everybody eats pancakes, but I was just saying they're more like crepes here. But I think any pancakes count. I think does it have something to do with the fact that it's Shrove Tuesday? Is that why Pancake Day is a thing? Wait a second. Why Pancake Day? Pancake Day, aka Shrove Tuesday, is the day before Ash Wednesday. It marks the start of Lent in the Christian calendar. So traditionally, people would eat pancakes on this day to get rid of any fatty foods before the 40-day fasting season of Lent. I feel like we looked this up last year, and that's the only reason that I remembered it had anything to do with Shrove Tuesday. It's like use up ingredients in your house that you're not going to be able to eat during Lent, I guess. Fastnacht Day. What is that? Something night? Fasting night. Wait, so it's called Fasting Night Day? Cute. Cute. Yeah, we call it Fat Tuesday in America as well. Thank you, Deacon. Have a good day at work. Yesterday, I guess one of the things that I was doing without meaning to was I spaced out and watched maybe 10 rug cleaning videos. And so every time Sam would come into my office to check on me and see if I was okay, I would just be watching a rug cleaning video. And he was like, what is happening? Why are you watching these? And I was like, I don't know. They really helped me space out though. And all the really gross ones I sent to Summer because I found out Summer also really likes them. So I was like, all right, any of them that make my skin crawl, I'm just gonna move on to Summer. Oh, they're so great. Yeah. Because it's just like, it's the best ones. Here's the thing. Okay, if you've ever watched these videos and you're like, oh, I have a carpet cleaning business, I should make YouTube videos. I'm going to tell you the secret right here, okay? You're going to set up a camera that's at the very end of the rug. Whatever end you like do last, that's going to be your slow-mo camera. You're also never going to talk during this video. You're going to treat it like the ASMR that it is. I don't need you to explain why something was dirty. I just want to watch you clean it, okay? So, you can maybe put some like really gentle spa music in the background, but that's it. That's all that's allowed. Otherwise, I just want the carpet cleaning noises. And yeah, when the water's really fucking gnarly and disgusting, I want to see that slow-mo of the dirty water up in the air. That's the good shit. So there you go. That's the secret to success. Don't talk. Don't talk and show me the gross water. That's what you need. Let the carpet speak for itself. Exactly. We don't have the note emote here yet. I saw people in Discord being like, the note emote is cute, but it kind of looks like Dodger's confused. Which feels kind of on brand. I understand that there might be less of a use for a note-taking emote where the person taking the notes is confused, but it does feel more like me. Yeah, and the emote, the little digger's squinting like, what? Huh? Confused while scribbling notes? That was me in all of med school. Yeah. Oh my god. John, I know this is weird, but I'm probably gonna hit you up either today or tomorrow and ask you some questions for an RP thing where I might need to ask some medical questions of somebody in RP, and I might like ask you a couple things. Oh, okay, go for it. Cool. Yeah, I've been trading messages back and forth with a couple people in Neon Divide, and one of them I know in character is sick. And they were like, yeah, I'm probably gonna come talk to Moral next session. They didn't say why, but I was like, oh fuck, it's probably to see if I can make something for them. But like, I know I can come up with questions, but it might be really interesting to, I don't know, I just think I would love to pick your brain, John, about like what in character he apparently has and what like that would look and sound like, I guess, if that makes sense. Realistic RP. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Tight. I also, there's a streamer, I don't know if his name is pronounced Cease or Cece, but he plays Cornelius, who is like a giant dragon dude in Neon Divide. Who's like super aggro, and we were chatting last night, and it just turned into us all caps like yelling at each other because our characters are like on vastly different sides of an issue. And I was like, this is what I need. This is the catharsis I need, is like to be able to yell at somebody, but like not in real life, like to yell at somebody about something fake where neither of us give a shit. Like that's makes me feel better. I 100% feel that. Yeah. That vibe when you go into a D&D session and you're just like not in a good frame of mind. You're like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. I do have the VTuber tag on, yeah. I'm trying to decide, so this might seem like really obvious, but I've only recently like truly understood the difference between a 2D model and a 3D model. Again, that might seem like really obvious, but honestly, the 2D models are so good that I like kind of didn't understand what the difference was. And I had talked with Astro about like basically making this PNG that you're looking at right now. Basically turning this into a model that I could use like in VR chat or for whatever. But I also really like the look of 2D models. And I'm like, am I about to like go broke just going to my friends that make models and being like, hi, I'd love a 3D model. I'd also like a 2D model. Yeah, they do. Like, the 2D models look incredible, actually. "3D models have a lot of clipping issues and 2D looks amazing." Am I about to become a full-time VTuber? Your 2D model is great. Oh, the PNG? Yeah, 2D models. So, I guess like, if you've ever watched Spatula, we've rated Spatula a few times. Spatula's model is 2D. Somersault's models, because they have two, they're 2D, like, and if that surprises you, then maybe you understand why I was confused. Like, they look incredible. They move really well. Like, so I'm kind of like, if I was going to, you know, use a model, like if I was gonna upgrade what I'm using now, I think for streaming, I almost think I would rather a 2D model instead of a 3D model, you know? Yeah. And that's like all of the models that Spatula makes are all 2D as well, and they look so good. They have like hand tracking, face tracking, like you can turn like slightly, but like I couldn't like turn all the way around, right? Which, why would I need that anyway? So yeah, the detail, obviously it has to do with the artist, but like the level of detail that you can put into 2D models is like pretty nuts. So "2D actually just means it's like a Disney facade." Yeah, you just can't turn around. I couldn't turn my head and you can see the back of my head, right? But it would, again, I think just like if you go and look at one of Spatula's streams, like one of Spatula's art streams, or like honestly a lot of VTubers use 2D models now. A 3D one could be made to look 2D. Honestly, I prefer 2D, so like I'm saying I think it would be a lot easier to maintain and use a 2D model, and I also like the way they look better for streams. So I'm like, well, okay. But I would still love to have a model for VR chat, because I've been using that more, you know? So I'm like, okay. Anywho's. Also a 3D model for Clark when she visits. Yeah, of course. Obviously. A 2D model essentially just like tracks your face and your hands, right? So I could, well, if you have hands built in, so I could, you know, have the webcam on and it could track my face, my hands, whatever. A 3D model requires a bit more like rigging up, right? It would be cool if there was a way to make it so that if Clarky came in, like, Clark also had a model. I don't think that that's possible, but maybe. Sam's VTuber would always be standing. We would never see his face. Sam has a great VR chat model now that isn't red. So for the longest time, Sam's model was red. The, like, basically his, like, mascot on his channel. That was the character that he created when VR chat got, like, really big. And so that's who he always played. So he had lots of different versions of red made for VR chat. And now has a model that's basically just him, which I think is like so rare. It feels like for somebody to have like a really masculine model that they use consistently in VR chat that isn't like a goof, you know? Clark PNG you can drag in. Well, Clark would need to speak into her own microphone, which is not happening. I like how Sam is always headless on your webcam. Yeah. Yeah, he's like a Peanuts parent. I was explaining the broom salesman in Neon Divide to my sister, and she was like, what the fuck? Oh, Rewind? The bird? I didn't see Rewind last episode. I miss him. I also told her about the fish eyes. We literally, you'll see it when I put up the next episode, but we have a menu now, and on the menu there's something like the fish special, and it's literally just the coffee with fish eyeballs in it. It's become like part of the menu. I got messaged by another player, and they were like, hey, what all is on your menu? Because a character was asking and I wasn't sure, and I was like, oh, it's this, and this. I was like, don't ask about the fish thing. The Masaru guards love it though, and they were like, okay. Basically in episode 1 we got a shipment of fish. There's a robot that just fishes. That's all he does every session, and then he goes around and sells the fish. It's great. It's like the purest RP. He just sits by the water in the water district and he fishes, and then he goes around and sees if people will buy the fish, and we always buy fish. So he sold some fish to us on episode 1, and then a guard asked for a special menu, and so we made him coffee, and then Wisp put fish eyeballs into the coffee. And then they were like, this coffee tastes weird, what's in it? And Moral's too honest, so Moral was like, oh yeah, there's fish eyeballs in there. And they were like, well, it's not bad. so now it's part of the menu, and people order it, and it's very silly, but I love it. In my home culture, the fish eyes are the most precious part of the fish. I will regurgitate that next time somebody questions it. Where am I from? I'm from Oregon, America, and I live in England now. Oh, you mean John? There's something fishy about the coffee. Yeah, you know. You know. It was also very cute. This is another thing you'll see in the episode when I put it up, but like, it took like a few minutes for me to make my way to the cafe at the start of the session, and when I got there, all of the guards were just sitting outside, and Moral was like, what the fuck? What is going on out here? And they were all like, yeah, we're just waiting for our coffee. And I was like, cafes become like the spot that they all go to before their shifts. It's very cute. and then we give them fish eyeballs. So, you know, it all evens out. But yeah, it was a good session. So I definitely need to, I thought about trying to edit it yesterday, but I just like couldn't focus on it. So if we end early today, then I'll work on it. Or maybe I'll work on it tonight, because obviously we're not streaming, so yeah, we'll get it done. I play a mushroom. Do you see the little mushroom in the background right now with the little orange mushroom cap? That's me. Oh my god. The player server was accepting ideas for emotes. Each player, or rather each character, could only submit one emote for consideration, and so I took Doog Comfy and basically traced it but made it moral. Hold on, let me find it. And submitted that. It's not nearly as cute as a lot of the other ones people made. There's so many talented people in that Discord, it makes me sick. But this is what I made. It's cute. It's a little moral with a coffee cup. So look, if they don't want it, we'll put it on ours. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, a little cozy mushroom. Their loss, our gain. I mean, it could just go on both Discords, but yeah. Me and my talented art friends. God, why are you so good? It makes me sick. Keep making stuff. Yeah, that's also me. God, who gave you the right to be so fucking talented? I hate it. I love it. Whoa. My gosh, I used a milk delivery service. We have a milkman now. Somebody came by our house and was like, hey, we're like a local dairy. This is, I guess, what happens when you live in the country. They're like, hey, we're a local dairy. We want to like be delivering milk in the area. Do you want milk? And I was like, yes. So we got our first milk delivery. I was like, oh my gosh. I know, it was very cute. It's not in glass bottles, no. That would be very cute if it was. There's a service that does do the glass bottles. But this one, they don't do glass bottles, but they will take like the old cartons back. It is also not in a bag. They don't do cheese. They do milk and they do yogurt, and eggs, but obviously we don't eat eggs, so. Stardew Valley music. Right when I'm talking about getting milk delivered, you know. Yeah, refill stores are starting to get more popular here. The one that was near us when we first moved shut down during COVID, unfortunately. even miss when the birds would peck the foil tops for the cream. Oh my god. Birds are a menace. As a person with 3 birds. They've learned that if we've let them just like run around, that if we need to like leave, they will just chase you to the car. So you'll like try to walk to the car to get in to leave, and they'll just follow you because they know if they're annoying enough that we'll just grab a big handful of bugs and toss them for them so that they eat the bugs while we leave. So now I basically have to just like grab a handful ahead of time. Yeah, they get it. Taps forehead. They also know that if they just like sit by the door, I will eventually feel really guilty that they're just sitting there staring inside. And I'll give them something, probably. I'll go into the fridge and be like, okay, do we have any veggies that need to get eaten that are safe for chickens? Let's see. Do we have some eggs that need to get cooked up? Maybe I'll make them some scrambled eggs. I'll just like make them something and stick it outside the door. So they chase me to the car. They sit outside of the door and peck at the window. I'm just like, these birds. These birds living the good life. I know, I just love them. They're just cute. And yet I still, every day, I'm like, I'm a terrible chicken owner. I'm a terrible pet owner. I shouldn't have pets. Does anybody else have like weird like what's the word for it when you're like positive that you don't deserve success that you have? Does anybody else have that but with their pets? Imposter syndrome. Yeah. I feel that way all the time about my pets for some reason. Like, oh, my poor cats. Oh, my poor chickens. I don't know why I feel this way. Like, they're fine. I take good care of them. Do you ever watch like TikToks of people who make like an entire obstacle course for their cats and you're like, oh God, I should be doing that. I watched yeah, I mean, yeah. Thank goodness every time I go to the vet, they're like, I mean, yeah, Sherlock's big, but he's healthy. So, like, I don't think you need to worry if you're feeding him the same amount as Watson and he's just big and, you know, like, what else are you gonna do, you know? But yeah, I've definitely felt that way about Sherlock before. Why should you do that? Does it improve the health of your cats? Cats, like, in terms of how they feel mentally, they really like being able to get up high. So if they don't have ways to get up high, it's why so many cat trees are really tall. If they don't have ways to get up high, like, sometimes it can be frustrating for them. It's why they jump up on stuff all the time. So some people will make, like a series of you know, like wood shelves and stuff that are really stable so that cats can sort of like get higher up on the wall. Or yeah, just make like little obstacle courses that lead upwards and stuff for them to like just keep their minds engaged and stuff. One of the things that I've thought about doing, because we're still using Clarky's old bed, I thought about putting basically like a giant hammock on the top of the bed, because it's because it's like a big, like rectangular cube shape, right? I don't know how to explain this, but like there's poles that go up and then a frame at the top. So I keep thinking to myself like, oh man, I could put like fabric there, and if the cats wanted to be higher, they could like lay on the top. Like obviously a person couldn't, but the cats could. Yeah, like a 4-poster bed. Yeah. The Arene collection? What is that? Arene collection. Oh. Arene or Arena? No, definitely not this. I don't think I'm finding the right thing. Oh. I thought you were still talking about cats. I was like, is that a type of cat furniture? I'm curious. I was still like, whoa, at this refill store selling 55-gallon drums of distilled vinegar and dish soap. Yeah, that's the sort of shit that my parents get down on, man. I was talking with Sam's parents, and they were like, your parents are like kind of preppers, right? And I was like, yeah, they're ready to hunker down if they need to for stuff. And they were like, man, we don't know anybody that does that really. And I was like, look, if this is leading to you saying that you need information on how to be a prepper, like literally just ask my parents. Literally just ask my parents. They will hook you up. It's because of, gestures at the world. So everybody's like, should we be building bunkers? Like that sort of thing. My mother-in-law was like, apparently there are things called like go bags. Should we be making a go bag? I was like, I mean, a go bag is good to have anyway, like regardless of what's going on. And she was like, that's true. So now, I don't know, maybe we're gonna get together and make go bags. I don't know. But I was like, look, there's a huge chunk of my brain that has planned on one day making a bunker. And I know that it's from living with my parents as long as I did. I know that's why my brain is like, you should build a bunker one day. But like, if you're about to tell me that you are also interested in making a bunker, then there's nothing stopping me anymore. Building a bunker seems fun to me. I mean, as a kid, like I've told this story before, but as a kid, I kept trying to make an underground fort. I was like, I'm gonna build a fort and it's gonna be underground. And my dad was too much of a realist and kept poking holes in it. And I was like, shut up, Dad, you don't know. And obviously it never ever worked for all of the reasons that my dad kept saying. But I think also, yeah, one of the reasons that I want to do it is just so that I can be like, yeah, I finally made my underground fort. I finally did it. You can't let your in-laws build a bunker before you. build off. We do have a mommy command. We've had a mommy command for a while. I don't know why. I don't know why. Alex says why. He's lucky he's cool. Yeah, that's true. Who in this group is a memester? The Great British Bunker Build-Off. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. And we can all make dehydrated food packets and then rehydrate them, and then they'll go around and try them and critique them. Now we're talking. That's some Dr. Stone shit. I'm gonna make a little note to myself to message John later. Message John about doctor stuff. Great. Great, good. 1,000,000,000% don't. I almost stopped reading Dr. Stone because he said 1,000,000,000% so often. And this was before the anime came out. Because Gmart was like, you gotta read Dr. Stone, it's good. And I started reading it and I was like, does this bitch ever stop with the catch lines? Like, this is driving me crazy. And he was like, he slows down on it, I swear. It's not, he doesn't do it as much later. Interesting as it went on. I agree. I didn't keep up with it manga wise. I won't spoil anything about it, but like, yeah, I definitely didn't keep up with it. Is it as bad as Naruto's Believe It? I think the Databayo happens more than 1,000,000,000%, but I think there's just some, I don't know what it is. There's just something about a fucking scientist, like a character whose entire thing is he's good at science, like assuring people about stuff by being like 1,000,000,000%. I don't know why, I just hate it. It's like Databayo feels like Naruto. 1,000,000,000% feels like somebody is crawling inside of his body and saying it and then leaving. Yeah, again, I don't want to... Oh my goodness. We got raided. Well, man, thank you so much for the raid, bud. Hi, everybody. We're just doing a short little chill stream. Talking about whatever. Currently we're shitting on Dr. Stone. I'm kidding. Try not to spoil anybody on it if they want to watch the anime or read the manga, but just talking about how I was saying I almost dropped Dr. Stone really early, but the scientific discovery aspect of it kept me going back. And then the story got to a point where it was just not as interesting anymore, and there was nothing keeping me engaged, so I just dropped it, unfortunately. Don't look at me, I'm drenched in sweat and exhausted. Wait, let me VIP you, lol man. Wait, why are you sweaty? What's happened to you? He did Elden Ring. Oh, that does that does make the strongest of us sweaty, to be fair. Elden Ring for 13 hours? Y'all... I'm not gonna mom you. I'm not gonna mom you, but you know what my face looks like right now. Oh man, I don't need to send you a picture of my face. You know exactly what it looks like. I said don't look at me. It's Sam. I crawled to bed. Good night. Good night, lawman. Sleep well. And anybody who came over on raid, if you want to stick around, feel free. Normally I'm not a PNG. I'm a meat space human. Hello. The show's ended. Oh, hey, look at this. Mwah, I love you so much. I'll see you later, okay, Baba? My kid's so cute, fuck. What's up? What's wrong? Oh, okay. I'm sure the way that Daddy's putting your socks on is perfectly fine, Clarky. Tiny meat suit human and Sam, the huge meat suit human. Sam gets to be like a, he gets to show up on my stream kind of like a Peanuts character, like an adult in Peanuts. Yeah, like the parents in Cow and Chicken. Like, you just don't see his face because he's so tall. For 1 minute? Okay. My daughter needs me for 1 minute, so enjoy this screen, BRB. Sam was about to lose his mind. He put a jacket on her, and then she was like, I want my other jacket. And he was like, what other jacket? And I was like, her other jacket. And he was like, what other jacket? And then he was like, okay, what shoes do you want? She was like, I want these shoes. And he was like, I don't think those fit you anymore. And she was like, they do. But we could only find one. And so she was like, huh, oh, well, okay, I'll wear different ones. And Sam was like, what the fuck? She's got like a really cute, like fluffy, fuzzy one. And that's the one that she's wanted to wear for the last couple of days. But she's also got, you know, like a big waterproof one. And so I was like, oh, well, it's been off and on raining today, so maybe you could wear your wellies if you wanted. And she was like, okay, but then I need a different jacket, you know? It's good. She's practical. She's like, oh, it's wet? Then I should wear the jacket that protects me from the wet, obviously. I was like, that's true. That's true. These are smart things to think to yourself. Sounds like the pair of shoes you had that fell apart on your feet. Well, she has like, they're like little sneakers since it's been winter and it's just been wet all the time. She hasn't really been wearing them, but I think they do still fit her. We just could only find one. So I was like, well, we don't really have time to like look for the other shoe. So what are you gonna do? You know? Oh shit, fuck. My fingy got caught. My fingy got caught. Dukes, when we miss a live stream, is it better for us to rewatch the video on Twitch or YouTube so that you get max perks, profit, etc.? That's a very sweet question to ask. It honestly doesn't really matter. I don't make much money off of YouTube at all. Honestly, whichever platform is better for you. Some people really prefer YouTube. So I'm glad that we have Brett putting stuff up on YouTube for us. And some people like that, you know, they can just come to Twitch and watch the VOD on Twitch and see chat next to it and all of that sort of stuff. So honestly, whichever one you prefer is totally fine. What do I normally stream? So pretty much today is a bit different. And sorry for the downer. I'll keep it short. But basically, we had a death in the family over the weekend, so I didn't stream yesterday, and today I'm just kind of like no cam, like chilling. But normally the way that my streams are during the week is we have an hour or two where we sit with a cup of coffee and we chill and we talk. And then I'll play a game, and I try to play a new game every day. So we try to do kind of like a first impression sort of vibe. Because if I try to stick with a game, it takes me fucking forever to get through it. I just take way too long. So instead of that, I try to do a different game every day if I can. Before all of this happened, we were sort of like maining demos. We were doing a bunch of different demos. I've tried to keep playing demos like over the weekend and stuff, and there hasn't been like a whole lot that's really stuck with me beyond what we played on stream, to be honest. So yeah, it's Tiri's mom. So again, that's why I was saying that like I didn't say anything on Twitter or announce anything about the stream not happening yesterday because it felt like it wasn't really my place to make that announcement when Tiri hadn't said anything yet, and she might not feel comfortable saying anything for a long time. So I just didn't say anything, but then people kept asking. So that is what happened, unfortunately. But yeah. Yeah, so we won't, normally on Tuesday nights, Tiri and I stream together, but honestly, you know, obviously they're all in mourning, I'm still processing as well, so we won't be doing anything tonight. And this stream might be relatively short. But yeah, to answer the question, yeah. It's a lot of just drinking coffee, talking about life, chilling, and then trying to play like a big variety of games, so. On Fridays, we do what we call study hall, which is where we try to do basically anything but gaming. So everybody brings, if they have a project or something that they want to work on with chat, we'll put on some nice music, and I'll do a craft project or drawing or just work on something that I've needed or wanted to do, and do more of like a crafty or DIY sort of stream or an art stream. The keyboard cleaning stream, yeah, we did keyboard cleaning. That was pretty tight. My keyboards never felt fresher. Any Elden Ring plans? Not anytime soon, because everybody's going really hard on Elden Ring. So I'll be more interested in playing it when everybody else isn't playing it, if that makes sense. Thank you, Foxen. Also, that game is long. Yeah. Yee. Would it not be better to play it while it's hot? You mean like for my stream? Absolutely not. So this is like an interesting aspect to Twitch, but people, when there's a big game like this, or just generally like big games overall, people will have the person that they want to watch stream it, right? So for some people, playing a game the second it comes out, people like Co, absolutely. Playing a game the second that they're able to is like really good for their channel. It's really good for Sam. Sam always does really well when he plays a game right when it comes out. It is a pretty easy way for me to get really low views, because that's not what people go to my channel for, especially not like AAA stuff. AAA stuff never does very well on my channel because my viewers are used to really indie stuff and kind of weird stuff, and you know. So yeah, it really depends on you. It depends on your stream, and my stream does not do well with stuff that has just come out, so. Yeah, and then, you know, you get and then you get to be the channel where people come in and are like, oh my god, you're the only person that I follow that isn't streaming Elden Ring. And you can be like, yeah, that's right. I'm here for the people. I'm here for you, boo, you know. Yes, there's also that. Sometimes huge games come out and people are like, okay, well, I'm gonna avoid the shit out of Twitch because I don't want to get spoiled. I really want to play this game when I'm able to. So yeah, there's all kinds of variables there. I would watch Elden Ring if you played, but more for you and not the game. That's very sweet, thank you. I thought Elden Ring was part of the Elder Scrolls series until it released, to be honest. It shows how much I paid attention. Yarp. Bye, Sprinkle. excited for breakfast for dinner. I think that's gonna be a killer for me. And by killer, I mean like it'll bring me to life. So I don't know why I said killer, but you get it. You understand the vibe of what I'm talking about, okay? I'm very jazzed about it. Hi, Watson. Yeah. This Miss Thing. Oh my god. Goober. We did a roast last night. I'm the sort of person where when I'm thinking about something that makes me sad, I will do literally anything to keep busy. So you know how I said that I was watching tons of rug cleaning videos? It was basically like I would watch a rug cleaning video and then I'd get antsy and then I'd get up and do like, you know, 2 loads of laundry and dishes and like cook something and then sit down and watch another rug video. So, our house smells amazing because there are like clean sheets and things hanging all over the place air drying. But yeah, I made a huge roast with vegetables and artichokes and like all kinds of shit yesterday. And it was nice. It was nice to be able to sort of round off the day with like a big hearty meal. But Watson, I tried, man. I tried so hard to make sure I like covered up everything. I put like heavy towels on top of the foil so that she couldn't get to it, and somehow I come into the kitchen and she's like found a little piece of chicken skin and like dragged it off to the side of the kitchen, and I'm like, God damn it. How did you get that? Watson is a goblin. She is, aren't you? Aren't you? And then Sherlock this morning, Sherlock was resting in the kitchen, surrounded by socks. I don't know if like these cats are just feeling my stress and like replicating it in weird ways, but Sherlock, for any of you who don't watch me and don't know Sherlock, I have a big black cat named Sherlock who steals our socks. So he'll steal balls of socks and he'll take them all over the house, so we'll find socks everywhere. Sherlock was laying in the kitchen with 5 pairs of socks and 1 like squeaky toy just like surrounding him. I was like, honey, what is happening? So I like Sherlock's energy. He's cute. He's a cute boy. Yeah, I need to lock up our socks for real. How goes the reacquiring of a phone? Oh my god, I still haven't done it. Still phoneless. And like, I was telling you guys that Sam also is having me like take his phone when he goes to bed so that he'll actually sleep. And I don't bring it to him when he wakes up. I make him like get up to get it. I leave it in the kitchen so he won't wake up and just sit on his phone in bed. And this morning I was like, okay, give me the phone. And he was like, I don't want to give you my phone. He was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Just give me the phone. He was like, no, what if I just want to sit on it. I was like, no, it's 7 a.m. Sam, give me the fucking phone. And he was like, why are you so aggressive right now? Like, I'm in no mood. I'm in no mood, Sam. You give me the phone. You give me the phone and you sleep. Because, okay, look, here's why. It's because, and I also said this, it's because he was like, look, I need you to do this for me. I know it'll be really good for me. I know it'll help me sleep and like get up easier. And you tend to be too nice, so I need you to be mean with me if I'm being a bitch. So here we are, fast forward to today, and I was mean, and he was like, why are you being so mean to me? It's like, literally, I'm literally doing what you've asked. Look, it works. It's pretty crazy. You wake him up and he lays there long enough being like, well, there's nothing to do in here. And he just gets up. It's incredible. Give me the phone. Oh my god. Meanwhile, I have my old American phone that I've now re-downloaded Discord onto. So I have a phone with Discord on it, and that's it, basically. I feel low-key called out sitting on my phone in bed. Well, not keen on phones. No, I don't mind phones. I have nothing against phones. My phone broke because someone in this house, no names, threw it, and it's just slowly died, and so my phone is unusable now. But I do want to get a new one. The intention is to get a new one, for sure. But Sam, like, Sam has basically been told that it might be something that's contributing to his sleeping problems, is that like when he's in bed, you know, he doesn't go to sleep. You know, he takes forever to actually like get into bed, but then he still doesn't sleep because he's on his phone. And then when he wakes up, he's on his phone again. So yeah. So he was like, apparently this could be confusing my brain about what my bed is for. And I was like, oh? And he was like, yeah, because I get into bed, but I don't actually sleep. I just eventually fall asleep, but I don't like get into bed and like try to sleep, you know? So yeah. My significant other had a similar issue. She's seen results removing her phone from the bedside. Yeah. And we have friends who have done something similar as well. Like anybody who kind of has trouble like turning off their brain, like bringing the phone to bed, I think makes it really difficult to like is yet another barrier to doing that, you know? Oh, I had a therapist help me with my sleep. It was causing problems at work, and she told me the same thing. So rest in peace to my evening fanfic readathons. Oh my god. Rip. But hey, if it's helping, then it's worth it. No more like, oh man, this is a really good fic. I wonder how many chapters there are. 20? Well, I'll just read one more. And then, then you look at your phone and you're like, why is it 4:30 in the morning? That hasn't happened to me in a while. I haven't been in a fic mood lately, but yeah, you look outside and you're like, no. Is it lighter? No. Me always going, it's getting good. One more chapter won't hurt. And then it's morning. Yeah. I have the opposite problem. I don't get out of bed because I'm on my phone for an hour. Yeah, well, it's like, I think that both were kind of happening to Sam. You know, he would get into bed and be on his phone until he just sort of fell asleep. And then when he woke up, it would be easy for him to be like, well, I'll just like slowly wake up with my phone, you know, but then he wouldn't realize how much time had gone by, you know, so he was like, well, I think like in terms of the morning, if I don't have my phone right there for me to grab, I'll just get up, you know, and then if I'm able to get up earlier, you know, I'll probably be happier. When my body gets used to it, I'll probably be happier, but Clarky will also be happier because I'll be up and around and like, you know, hanging out with her earlier in the day and stuff. So yeah, it's all good stuff. It's just stuff that like takes a while for your body to get used to. So this morning he was like, no, not today. Don't take it today. And I was like, I'm taking it because I'm a bitch now. You did this. I got up, by the way, thanks. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Yeah, I have so many friends and, you know, now a significant other with sleep problems that I've realized I need to be really thankful for how easy it is for me to like disconnect from things and fall asleep because, man, I know so many people. I have so many people in my life that I love a lot, and one of their biggest challenges is like I just can't sleep very easily, you know, or I just can't sleep for very long. I'm just like, I wish I could give you some of my sleepy brain. What was the last game I played with Jesse? I don't know. Like video game? I'm not sure. We played like a hot minute of True Colors, but we never finished it. Grace Adia, thank you very much for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody. Be sure to say thank you to Grace Adia for your subscriptions if you just got one. Incredibly generous. He denied us the Toxo VOD. Yeah. What was the super sad game with the elephant? It Takes Two. I played that with Sam, not with Jesse. Or maybe you're thinking of a different game. Different game with an elephant? Yeah, It Takes Two is all I can think of. Have I learned any new sign language? I haven't. I've been trying to practice some of the older stuff. Like some of the stuff that we learned early on. And I tried to do the ABCs. The other day and I couldn't remember all of them, so I really need to like go back to basics. Sherlock Holmes chapter 1. What about it? The elephant? They already said that they meant It Takes Two. Unless I misunderstood. Yeah. Sherlock Holmes. Freaking Sherlock Holmes, dude. I thought about putting a Sherlock something in this background, and I don't know what it would be. I appreciate that you're dabbing on time with the music. Oh my god, am I? That's incredible. Guess we can get rid of the hey bestie. Put a monocle on Dooghands? On the one that's crying? On the crying Dooger? But crying Dooger's already wearing glasses. We need something trapped in the lantern. Oh my god. Maybe a Hollow Knight something. There can be a buggy in there. My kid made me put mocha mix into my coffee this morning. It's pretty good. It was a pretty good call, I guess. Oh my god, you're right. I could have John lounging in the water. She made you? Yeah. Sometimes kids take it really personally when you don't do something they suggest. So I was like, okay. My dad can wake up no problem no matter how many hours of sleep he gets. It's the first thing the military teaches you is how to wake up on time. My dad is the same. Wasn't in the military, but he does have back problems. So he just, he wakes up at the same time and he immediately has to get up because his back hurts. I don't think it's the same, but he wakes up like clockwork, 5 a.m. every day. Yeah, I'm reading, so I'm currently reading the third Heartstoppers book, and then, which I'm like halfway through, they're really quick reads, and the third Greta Helsing book I'm still trying to like get through. I haven't hit the stride on that book yet of like what's gonna make that book interesting, if that makes sense. Clarky and I started reading Pollyanna. I've never read Pollyanna, but it was dirt cheap at the store, and Clark's been more interested lately in reading books that like having a book at bedtime that doesn't have pictures, if that makes sense. So like we normally read 4 books at bedtime, and lately she wants 3 books that have pictures, and then the 4th book she wants to just kind of listen to, and that's normally when she falls asleep. which again, I applaud the awareness of my kid of like, save that one for last. So I got Pollyanna because I've never read it, and it's like a children's classic, I guess. So we started reading that. So far, the auntie in that book is a huge bitch. I'm assuming that's gonna change over time because the back of the book is like, Pollyanna is a fucking ray of sunshine child, and she's gonna come and change everybody's lives. So they've established, like, there's a girl working at the house who's really sad and depressed, and then there's the old lady who owns the house who's a bitch, and that's as far as we've gotten so far. So, you know, I'll update you guys as we read. I'll let you guys know how Pollyanna's going. Let us know how you like it. Yeah, we'll do. I was gonna get a few, but I was like, I'll just get one. We'll see how it goes. Because, like, some of you guys know, I went through a period of time where I was trying to get her interested in me reading her The Hobbit. We did not get very far in that book, and eventually we got to the point where she was like, I don't want The Hobbit. I don't want you to read me The Hobbit anymore. And I'm like, I get it. I like The Hobbit, but I understand why she, like, it's too weedy for her, you know, trying to read it to a 3.5-year-old. It's like there's too much that she doesn't understand what it means, so it's not fun to listen to, you know. Yeah, like you have to like climb through the weeds to understand the point. That's why I say weedy. So like her listening to it is really a lot of her asking questions because she doesn't understand what most of what I say means. I'm like, I don't think that this is like a relaxing book for Clark. Is that a weed? I'm calling the police! So, yeah, so trying Pollyanna instead. The ones that she's liked so far, more than anything, whoever gave us a Moomin book when she was first born, that was the first one that she kept consistently asking me to read to her, because it occasionally has pictures, but like, you know, it's like one tiny picture per 2-page spread. It's mostly words, and then we have the book that's entirely Aesop fables, and that's almost entirely just words, and she's really enjoyed those. Even though some of those at the because, you know, they're all like little stories that are supposed to have a moral at the end, and so many of them, the moral at the end is like, life's shit, shrugs. So we'll read stories sometimes, and at the end she's like, is that the end? And I'm like, yeah, that's the end. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish that wasn't the end. It's trying to teach you not to be too big for your britches, I guess, is what that story was supposed to be about. So it ends in a way where the bird is really sad. I'm sorry. I don't know how to help you with this story. Yeah, a lot of the stories are like, man, damn nature. Ain't nature cruel? So I've thought about getting because so far everything that we have that's just for general reading is fiction, but she really loves like bugs and stuff, so I keep wondering if I should get like books about spiders and, you know, books about moths, and maybe just like read, you know, like facts about stuff that she finds interesting, that might be a cool alternative as well, just like to give her options when she's choosing books. So, she's decided that she adores Amelia Bedelia though. So she was like, "Mommy, do you think that they still make Amelia Bedelia books?" And I was like, I mean, you can still buy them. I don't know if there are, I don't think that there are current Amelia Bedelia books, but I could be wrong. And she was like, "You should look." I was like, "Oh, damn, okay." Oh, yeah. So the class that she took with Sam is a Spanish class, and she loves it, and has been asking to do her Spanish homework. And her like, the pages that, they're all like coloring pages with like words on them for the parent to like use with the kid while they do their coloring and things. And all of the pages that she came home with are solar system related. So we looked up a video that that makes a song out of all of the planets, but sung in Spanish. It's very cute. I remember the name, but I have no idea what those books are about. Oh gosh. So Amelia Bedelia is about like a housekeeper who takes everything literally. That's the whole goof. So it's really interesting looking at it as a parent now, because I don't think that I realized that there was any value to that as a kid. I just thought they were funny books. But like, it's sort of meant to point out, like, the way that we say things sometimes is not what we actually mean, right? Like, certain phrases can mean something colloquially to everybody, but if you don't know that phrase, you might take it more literally. You might misunderstand, and it sort of plays on that idea. So Amelia Bedelia, like, so part of this first one is the family like leaves the house and leaves her a to-do list, and like a really extreme example is, or I guess this one might be a bit more accessible, like it says, "Draw the drapes when the sun comes in," and she's like, "Well, the sun is coming in. I'm not very good at drawing, but I mean, I guess I'll take a crack at it." And so she just sits down and draws a picture of the drapes and then moves on to the next thing on the list. And so I was explaining to Clarky, like, if I were to say, "Clarky, draw the drapes," it would mean to close the drapes. But Amelia Bedelia doesn't know that, right? So she's drawing the drapes because she thinks that that's what that means, but the person wants her to close the drapes. And so now every time we read the book, Clark will go, "Silly Amelia Bedelia, you're supposed to close the drapes." Like, she like gets a kick out of telling Amelia Bedelia off for getting everything wrong. So yeah, that's the whole goof. You know, trim the fat on the steak, and she pulls out ribbon and puts trimmings on the steak. Change the towels. She's like, "Oh, I mean, they're nice towels, but I guess I'll change them." And so she like cuts the towels into different shapes to change them. You know, it's just like silly stuff like that. But it's interesting with a little kid trying to explain like why the book is funny, I guess, like what is happening in the book when they're still sort of learning the language, you know? It's good programming logic. Yeah. Gotta be very specific. In the end, Amelia Bedelia makes such good pies that the family's like, "She ruined our house, but I guess we'll keep her around." It's like, Yeah. It's very funny rereading those now with a kid. Being like, hell no, dude. Like, she ruined this house. And then they're like, man, but that lemon meringue, shit, I guess we'll give her another shot. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Yeah, right? If Amelia Bedelia can pull off a meringue, she can come to my house. Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. Back to you. Hello. I've been making macarons for the last few weeks and I can never get the shells quite right. Give me meringue lessons, Amelia. I can smell, speaking of food, so I'm making broth right now. Anytime you make a roast, make a broth, baby! But the broth smell gets through the whole house, which is great. It smells fantastic. But I'm just sitting up here going, but I already decided to do breakfast for dinner. But I already decided I'm doing breakfast for dinner, but what if I did? But what if I did soup? I'm not gonna do soup. But what if I did soup? Breakfast for dinner is dope, and it'll use up a bunch of stuff in the fridge that needs to get used, like, now. So, yeah, it's fine. Well, now we have to do a changing of the guard is the thing. Now, I've got a bunch of new broth. So I gotta use the broth that's in the freezer. So we gotta rotate. We gotta take the broth. Oh my god, by the way, holy shit. So, last time that I made broth, I was like, yeah, I'm a little, like, gun shy about how to store it this time, because I love using glass jars for things instead of plastic. But, last time that I put all of my broth in glass jars, half of them broke. The expansion of the broth, like, broke the glass. And someone was like, oh, I don't know if you did this already, but you should try putting them in the fridge for a day first, and then put them in the freezer. It fixed it. I haven't had a glass break since then. So whoever suggested that, you're a real one. That was exactly the fix that I needed. So, yeah. If you like to make broth at home, and you don't can it, because you use it fast enough that you don't bother, and you compulsively, keep glass jars, I don't know, maybe this is like a really niche thing for me, but... Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Instead of going directly from room temperature to frozen and having it expand really rapidly, go from, you know, pretty cold to frozen instead, and it won't be as drastic of a change. I think broth is niche enough. I don't think so. Making your own broth, I don't think that that's super niche. It's so easy to do. I'll have to remember that because we freeze a lot of soup, so that's a great tip. Oh, there you go. How much of the modern generations even know how to cook home-cooked meals? A lot. A lot of them. Know how to make something? Absolutely. I tried making my own broth a few times. They were always very bland and I gave up. That's fair. I've had a lot more luck with, like, I sort of vary the things that I put in the broth. I definitely, if I'm doing like a chicken broth, I definitely get a more flavorful broth out of like a roasted chicken, like the carcass of a roasted chicken for sure. And with like, if I'm just doing veggies, I try to do like a pretty big variety of veggies, and I'll pre-salt it because I'm the sort of person where sometimes I will just want like just the broth. If the broth is good enough, I'll just want like some of the broth on its own. So I just noticed that the steam talks with you. It do. Also, the cats on my head talk. We all talk at the same time. Who's truly driving this car? I don't know. Yeah, I think you could argue both sides, to be honest. Like, it's easier than ever to find pretty much any recipe you could possibly want. And you might say like, well, but there's also, you know, such an intense focus on like recipes that aren't simple. Like there's kind of, because people love watching somebody who's really good at cooking cook, there's sometimes this feeling of, but I can't make something that complex, right? So some people definitely feel that way, but I would say that there's so much information out there on how to make simple recipes, cheap recipes, quick recipes, you know. But it's also much easier now to, well, depending on where you live, but if you live somewhere where it's really easy to just order food, then yeah, that also is like an option, you know. I think it depends on the person and what's available to you and like, you know, your income and all of these other things. But I wouldn't say at all that that the current generations aren't cooking. I think that is not true at all. I'm a millennial. I have family members who are Gen Z, who cook all the time. I think that it's not true at all that there are generations now that are just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna cook. I don't want to learn any of that. My wife and I started cooking most of our meals last year and I lost 30 pounds. It's inspired me to keep cooking even when I feel lazy about it. That's amazing. I love to cook. I hate the cleanup. I get that. I totally get that. Consuming food is boring. I photosynthesize. Damn. You're living in 3008. I started cooking mid-20s when I moved to the US for a bit. I had to watch my budget very closely and I wanted to eat healthy. Yeah, I think probably the healthiest I ever ate in my life was when I was on the backpacking trip, because we had to be like so penny pinchy, you know? We only had a certain amount of money to last us for 2 months, so everything that we made was really simple. We cooked absolutely everything. This is one of the reasons that I've said before, like, I have a list of places that I really want to go back to, because I wasn't able to eat like the food there, you know, and I just love food, so I'm like, man, it would be really great to like go back to Prague and like eat in Prague, you know. I've had the opportunity now to go back to Belgium and actually eat Belgian food, which is great. When I cook, my roommates start nitpicking me, which annoys me because they're awful cooks. Sounds like they need to sit down. Clarky had a little play date with her best friend. It was very cute, but they cried a lot. Clark fell like 8 times. It was terrible, but they were both like, that was so fun. We had so much fun. Kids are wild. Anyways, so we were like asking them like, oh, what's your favorite thing to eat? And both of them at the same time were like, pasta, spaghetti. And we got home from playing and I was like, okay, well, what do you want for dinner? And she was like, pasta. I want spaghetti. Mommy, we already went over this. I want pasta. I want spaghetti. I was like, oh shit, okay. Did the fabled VR day happen for your nephew? So it turned out he said that he was still on break, but he wasn't. So I called his mom and I was like, hey, I promised Tommy that he could come over and do VR at our house. Like, what day is he free this week? And she was like, oh, he's at school. I was like, So yeah, but she was like, oh, I really want to do VR too though, so maybe we can like come over on a weekend. I was like, yes please. So never forget it, your kid's spaghetti. Yo, to this day, if somebody's like, what's your favorite food? It's my dad's spaghetti. And I don't, you know, if somebody was like, is it the best spaghetti you've ever had? I don't know, but it's the spaghetti I grew up with. And it's, you know, it's what I want to eat when I think of spaghetti. I think of the exact spaghetti that my dad makes, you know. Yeah, not for you. Not for you, chat. Yeah. That's what Sam does when Sam makes spaghetti sauce. He makes sauce the way that his granddad does. And it's in the slow cooker all day. Delish. Nostalgia, the secret spice that makes everything better. It's true. Oh. I don't know what Sam would say. I cook a decent amount. I don't know what Sam would say is like his favorite thing that I make. There's one meal, he really does not like pesto, but there's one meal that uses pesto, and whenever I make it, he eats all of it and has never said anything. But I keep wondering if he realizes that it's pesto. And so part of me is like, oh my god. If somebody was like, what's the best meal that Duger makes? If he was like, aw, it's the salmon with the green stuff on it, I'd be like, ah! It's pesto! I think, like, I'm not sure what it is about pesto that he doesn't like, but, you know. I'm not about to, like, grill him on why he doesn't like something. There's plenty of things that I don't like. Now I want pesto salmon. So, this meal is, like, the easiest shit in the world, I'm telling you. You take, you either make your pesto or buy pesto, and you mix it with, breadcrumbs or with, like almond flour, like ground up almonds, just to like thicken it, and then you put it on top of salmon, and then you put baby tomatoes all around on the tray with it, and you pop it in the oven for, I think it's 15 minutes. It's so goddamn delicious. It's so good. Yeah. Amazing. I'll normally do that and then like roasted broccoli or something. My love. Oh, he's gone. Quick in out. Yeah, it was a drive-by Sam. He's cute. The other thing I've been making a lot recently is like a one-pot meal in the rice cooker. I've been doing that a lot because it just uses up stuff that's in the fridge. If there's veggies in the fridge that need to get used up, I basically put like long grain rice and rinse it, and then put whatever amount of water you normally put in with the rice. But then I'll add a bunch of chopped up veggies in there. And then like some sort of a sauce. And it's really good. I love you. Starting? Okay. Yeah, he's got a sponsored thing, I think. He is like fast-paced stomping all over the house. He must be stressed. Hi, Jaws. How are you? Oh, yeah, there's... typically what's called green pesto and red pesto. Green pesto is like, you know, basil based, and red pesto is typically roasted tomato based, or like sun-dried tomato. So they both have really strong flavors, but they do not taste like each other. Yeah. They're both very good. One of Sam's family members makes a pasta dish that is mostly red pesto and cream cheese as like the like base for the sauce, and it's delicious. There's some other stuff in there, but like those are the two main ingredients, and it's really good. I'm hungry. We'll probably go for another like half an hour, and then I'll head out and eat something and continue to you know, space out and watch people clean rugs or or something. A rug cleaning watch party. Nah. I will link a very good, you know what I was saying when I was describing my perfect rug cleaning experience? This channel is basically that. Are you coming back today? No, I am not. No, I am not. That'll be it for me today. Here. I'm gonna put it into stream chat. There. This channel is good shit. Go to our Discord, go to stream chat. That YouTube channel is some great chill rug videos. No super cousin time today. No, we've had a death in the family. Which is why I didn't stream yesterday and why I'm only streaming a little bit today. I'm still processing, so, but it felt nice to stream just a little bit off cam. Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, but sometimes when I'm not in a great mood, streaming makes me feel a lot better. So, my mods were like, do you want to stream today? You don't have to stream today, but, I thought just a small one would be nice, and it was nice. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Mom always acts surprised when I tell her that I cooked something besides food that came in a can or a frozen dinner, and I always tell her, you know, Google is a thing. Nothing wrong with cooking stuff in a can. I used to be really, and I think this is partly because I grew up in a very like Italian influenced family, but like I grew up being very snotty about pre-made pasta sauce. Bro, pre-made pasta sauce is the shit. It's great. If you're just like, man, I really want pasta, but I haven't had, you know, pasta sauce cooking on the stove all day, you can just get some in a jar. Fuck yeah. But when I was younger, I was like, I was really shitty about it, to be honest. I'm glad I've seen the light. Pre-made sauce is the best. And my mom also like went through when my mom does a decent amount of canning because they always have a garden, and this is one of the reasons that I keep being like, I should really teach my adult self how to can, because I've helped with canning when I was younger, but you know, I don't really know how to do any of it now anymore. And I want to get more into like preserving foods and stuff. But anyways, my mom, one year, they had so many tomatoes that she just made a ton of like pasta, like sauce bases basically. And it was amazing. It tasted so good. What the hell? I was like, Mommy, why didn't you keep doing that? I gotta do that. Like, that was so good. I hate the taste of like 80% of any sort of store sauce or soup. They add a shitty pound of sugar in each. You can definitely find ones that don't have sugar in them. But yeah, I get that. Do you have any go-to healthy recipes for when you're sick? Like just like recipes that make me feel better. If I'm not feeling well, I use a lot of garlic and ginger and stuff. So, you know, soups and things where I can put like a bunch of garlic and ginger in. Oh, that'll make me feel way better. There's a butternut squash soup that I've linked a few times in our Discord that I think is just bomb. That always makes me feel really good as well. Yeah, just soups. I love soup, so I'll just make a bunch of soups typically if I'm not feeling great. I wanted to treat myself, so I bought a Kinder Egg. Nice. Yeah, the one that I really like, it's I make it in the Instant Pot. It's a butternut squash and cauliflower soup. I really need to actually, maybe I should do that today. If I'm feeling the vibes. I have a butternut squash that's been on the counter for a while. And squash stays good for so long that it starts to become like part of the furniture and you forget it's even there. I really need to chop up that squash and even just freeze it maybe. Oh, but I have cauliflower. Maybe I should make some soup even if I don't eat it tonight. Anyway. Brain's gone on a tangent now. Yeah, lemon and chicken soups is so good. A while back I realized why I always thought portions of food were bigger. It's because I was a child. Roasted cauliflower is also very good. Yeah. Roasted... bro. One of my favorite pasta dishes, honestly, is just make a bunch of pasta, roast a ton of different vegetables in the oven, and then combine. Combine. It's so good. Especially, ooh, if you roast like a whole head of garlic in there as well. Ah, shit. I'm hungry. Soups are really easy to amend and change when needed too, which is a lifesaver. It's true. tomato juice plus hot is tomato soup. The Green Roasting Tin book is great for roasted vegetable dishes. I've never heard of that. The Green Roasting Tin. Vegan and vegetarian one-dish dinners. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I do love just throwing a bunch of shit in a pan and roasting it. Uh-oh. I'll leave that up. I'll leave that up for later Duker to look at. Yeah. Oh my god. Every year. Well, this last year, like, my vegetable situation last year was pretty abysmal. Not because the plants were bad. It was a me problem. I was like not doing very well mentally while I was trying to like start a garden, and I really just let it all fall apart. And then like sometimes when you're in a place like that, when it starts to go bad, it's like, well, I guess it's just gonna be bad, you know? Like, for some reason it's really difficult to get yourself into a frame of mind to try and fix it. So it just all went bad. But like the year before, we had so many tomatoes and I wasn't really sure what to do with all of them. And I keep thinking to myself now, like, man, I should have done like tomato soup, you know? Like, I keep seeing, again, with roasting pan sort of stuff, I keep seeing so many recipes that are like, I don't know, just throw a bunch of tomatoes and peppers and, you know, some onion and some carrots and garlic and whatever else onto a pan and roast the shit out of it and then blend it and voila, soup. I'm like, oh, I should do that. I tried to start a bunch of seeds after a breakup and I was not in the right headspace to maintain that. Yeah, it's hard. You never know like what level of responsibility or type of responsibility is gonna make you feel better and like refocus you, and what's gonna just make you feel worse, you know? It's hard. Yeah, I kept up with my herbs really well. My herbs did really well this year, but it was a lot easier to keep them going, you know? It was the bigger plants. It was like the pepper plant really fell apart and the tomato plants did not do well. But my herbs did really well, and I got really into like making basil plants, like taking clippings of basil plants and putting them in water and then giving like baby basil plants to people. I thought that was really fun. I did a lot of that last year. Is that Watson? Oh no, that's a chicken. I was like, is that Watson just mewing softly in the corner of my room? And then I realized, oh no, that's a chicken outside screaming. It's the opposite. It's the opposite thing. Yeah, that's the other thing. I would love a greenhouse, but it feels silly to buy a greenhouse when we don't own this place and we're, you know, looking to buy a place eventually. So I'm kind of like, you know, I shouldn't bother to buy anything that's like a big established thing when I'm just gonna need to move it to a different place. So screaming and mewing sound similar. In this situation, yeah, they sounded really similar. If you want the exact reason, it's because the chickens outside go, "Bark, right? When they're screaming outside. So all that I'm hearing from inside is right? And when a cat is nearby enough that I can hear them meowing, but not right next to me, basically all I can hear is right? That part of the meowing noise. So they did sound very similar, actually. So you're welcome. There you go. Enjoy all my animal noises. You got the attention of my cat. Good. Hello, cats. Hello, cats of Twitch. What does a fox sound like? Foxes actually sound like screaming. The first time that I heard a fox after moving here, I thought that my cat had fallen out of the window. Like, it literally sounded like my cat had fallen out of the window and was meow screaming for help. And I went outside and there was no cat out there, but I could hear what sounded like a strangled monster somewhere. I came back inside and I was like, what the fuck? And found out that's what foxes sound like. So yeah, foxes scream, legitimately scream, and it's very off-putting and unsettling in the middle of the night. I watched the latest episode of Deadbeats yesterday and I laughed my butt off. It was so good. Thank you! I'm glad you liked it. Stressful, but a very fun campaign so far. Yeah, they legit sound like someone screaming for help. It's really nice to hear at 2 a.m. Yeah. This is why I think it's funny that when Sam visited me, or rather when Sam came to our farm for the first time, and was really unsettled by the sound of coyotes, because we have coyotes pretty near the house. So as a kid, I got very used to falling asleep hearing them howl all night. And Sam was really like weirded out by that. And now I've moved here just to find out that everybody here has to fall asleep to foxes screaming. And I'm like, surely this one's worse. At least to me. It's so cute though. You can always tell when they've had a bunch of kids. Because you hear all of these like tiny baby yips along with the adult ones. He's cute. But apparently not so cute when you didn't grow up hearing that, so. Oh my gosh, I've just realized that that's probably, yeah, I'll have to be prepared for that. Because Clark also has never heard those sounds while trying to fall asleep. So she might have a couple weird nights trying to sleep when she visits the farm now that she's bigger. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to make something to eat and have some chill brain time. But thank you guys for keeping me company. I appreciate it very much. I will be taking tomorrow off just like I normally would. So our next stream will be on Thursday because tonight, obviously, no super cousin time. Let me happened, sorry. But we do have a Valentine from Bromanity that says, this is for Sam. I'm so proud of my streamer taking steps to improve his sleep quality and his health. Aw. Me too. Me too. I'm very proud of him. You just gotta stick with it. It's hard to make new habits, you know, so I have to be tough love Duger. Let me read off the activity feed and then I'll find somebody to send you guys to. But Amarian, thank you so much for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. Hazrar for the 59. Quinn the Corgi for the 38. Stewie Wonder for the 2 years. Happy anniversary to you as well. Paulo, thank you for the 25. Dr. John for the 5 years as well. Wow. Lots of anniversaries. Thank you guys. Ampsand, thank you for the 84. Wizardy Sloth for the 61. Ditto Asher for the 3. Heimalam for the 66. Diddy Dun Did It for the 40. Death Jr. for the 55. Weird Uncle Jay for the 67. Midwinter Lily for the 42. Spiral Phoenixes for the 19. Killix for the 65. Androlian for the 10. Amici for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Asgaram for the 18. Infinity Spear for the 30. Storscarf for the 17. Lawman, thank you again for the raid. I hope you're sleeping well. And anybody who stuck around after Lawman's raid, thank you very much. I hope you had a good time with us. Hopefully we'll see you again. McPants, thank you for the 16. Zovis for the 56. Seraphine for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Resting Stitch Face, thank you for the 7. Bakovic for the 37. Grace Adia, thank you again for all those gifted subs. I appreciate it. Adam, thank you for the 22. Tommy Poo for the 8. Trader for the 74. Baker Base for the 46. Thomic for the 81. Odd Job for the 16. Endeavor for the 58. Liam Shortland for the 68. Kilia for the 21. Tagalongs for the 31. Imaru for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Potato for the 59. Whimsical Whimsy for the 56. Kane Ray for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. And Bloodfire for the 70. Thank you all so much. We're gonna go ahead and raid Sam, my sweet love. He's playing with Sips, so any of you guys who follow Sips or follow Sam or follow both, they're doing a co-op sponsored thing right now. So go say hi. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go make something to eat. But I'll see you guys on Thursday. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.